right, back for part two for week one, day one, bi-weekly spring split 2024 NBPL. I noticed that the quality in the first part um, wasn't too great. To the point where I was like, wow, is that really it? And yeah, that thing looks blocky. I updated the video for this one. I'm crossing my fingers. I checked it and it looks like it's good, so I'm not sure it's just based on duration, but we will look towards this. This upload should be up a little bit later, considering that if it's better quality, it's going to be more storage, i.e. longer upload speed. So upload time, I should say. But regardless, we're going to look into this round, into round 4, actually. We're going to be in Morris Isle Dusk. Now this is where things get a little bit chonky. In terms of character picks, you can see CDY choosing the staple Panda Man classic, the Tarka G. And now we are seeing 4 Shiols. This is going to be the first time Shiol comes out to the full mark of it, but having 4 Shiols is it is going to be a preface to how many times that these guys can choose her if they haven't done so already. With Wang Liang, he chose Shiol already, so does Spider. Frost Visto and Jux, this is their first choice, their first chance of testing her out, seeing how they operate with it. Justina's though in this match are going to be XXY and Roishishi. This is actually a second. This is actually a second game for XXY to choose the Justina we saw last game, but I'm really holding out. Not not last game, in round 2. But the thing is that CDY's Panda Man. This is where things get like because Tarka, if he comes into being an undermined pick, he could just chew up a lot of these characters if need be. Like Tessa, she can do a lot, but if Tarka gets those dodges, man, it's kind of over for the Tessa if the timing and circumstances just right. Mike is the dark horse. He's playing the Akos, and it should work out because of the rage around, so he can just get his ultimate back up. But he's gonna have to be very accurate with how he wants to plant himself in the fight, and hopefully not get third partied as a result. That's a 3-man drop over by the Lake Yellowleaf. That's kind of crazy. J Team's pace though is going to be by himself in Celestia so far, so he's going to go through the Immortal Temple, loot it up, and then make his way northwest, maybe towards Zest Winery, aka Money, or not Zest Winery, towards Artisans Grove, aka Moneytown. But round 4 is going to begin. My name is Aurelio, guys, and I am NBPL caster, but I'm also caster within the YKZ community. So, hey, cool peeps. And if anything is to be said, really consider it with the community stuff. No ends to beat meet or mets in any sort of negative shape, way, or form. However, Spider, look at this man. Look at that BEM parry. I'll stop now. Pace is actually going to get fully sent out here with that quick parry because he didn't have any armor. And with Spider actually getting himself a blue spirit off the rip, that's also to the benefit of his own. And then over to the Lacroix Nest, Gigi Shaw against Mike. This is a scary position for Mike. He uses an F1 immediately because he didn't know if Gigi Shaw was going to throw the F2. That was a really clean scare rush off of the blue focus, and I don't know if he's going to 1, 2, 3. And also, I want to preface that the casters today with Runekeeper and Moxie, I really suggest you guys watch this VOD. Really from the source material if you want to see the whole casting experience between 2 professionally acclaimed for the NBPL casting roster and everything, and even to the other ones that are on there. For this day though, it is those 2, so for any of those I will make sure and making mention of those said casters so you guys can have a chance of watching them. Now coming into this fight, Mike really put the pressure on Shaw, but now that Shaw has ultimate, Mike can't do anything. He can't attack him. He can't even look at his eyes. The moment he looks in his eyes, it's like Medusa. He would just teleport behind him and smack him in the back of the head and said, "I like your cut, G." Like that. But he's not going to hit him because Mike can actually take full advantage of that iframe dodge. He's very careful in not sticking close to that fan, but that fan is going to be a detriment to his body, man. If that hits the R&B when the timing is just right, he uses his F1 to buy time to get that armor and bypass the pressure that Shaw was putting on him. And you can see Roishishi actually gets elimination off a Spider in the background. We see that. But this is gonna be a poke fight. No one's gonna be doing. Okay. Well, this means that Mike doesn't have to fight. Well, he can fight in here, but it just means that everyone in the vicinity can find this fight, and Mike is gonna ego fight it because we need those kills. This is where Shiol though shines. Full consideration for her neutrality when it comes out to this skill. It's very interesting to note that Mike took just because the 180 uppercut happened there. Mike's gonna get out of here and switch the fight up to his advantage and gets the kill. Very nicely done. That purple Hong Sword really made the work happen for a quick kill, a quick elimination after the grapple bump. But we are going to see Arano go for the chase here into the Eventai Temple, and the enchant comes out. Wang gets his uppercut opportunity. He goes for the pulse ward swap, but the terrain is not going to say, sayonara. It's going to say adios. With Arano actually dipping out here, it's going to be his best case scenario because now that AS sees Wang Liang, he's going to rush him down. And AS has an ultimate, forces the F1. Hold checks the RMB, but Wang Liang does no action to try to throw off his opponent. Very nicely placed, like that dodge into the midair F2 and gets a successful combo. But look at Arano denying every single one of these chances for his opponent to actually get some time to reset. B2 comes out. That flash step is active. And Arano might burn this third block. Yes, third block gets going through here. Wang Liang is actually going to go ahead and backing off. Tries to go for a reset here. No counter grapple opportunity here. Wang Liang immediately on the offensive is going to rush this down. He has one F2 to make this work, but Arano has F1 now. So with Arano having to work this out, we're going to see whether or not Wang Liang wants to use his F2 to deny the F1, but the V1 comes out from Arano, and the F2 can't even, oh my goodness, he can't even disenchant. At that point, Wang Liang should look for trying to scare rush into the sky and deny Arano any sort of opportunity, but look at that. Arano gets the whole check of destiny. The F1 comes out, the Foxfire effect is active, and the F1 Foxfire actually kill confirms Wang Liang when he tried to use his F2. That's actually kind of, it's a sad moment, but you can't, just a heads up, like Foxfire can still damage you from the Tessa. It's a very small amount of damage, but it can still kill you if you're low enough. The F2 for the Shiol was just a guarantee that he stops the Foxfire knockback into that shield bash, and he would have killed for sure. It's just the unfortunate low HP moment. Now, XXY trying to anticipate the Foxfire effect from this Tessa. He's got V2, so even through that gold focus, he can actually go ahead and freeze her. He's chasing it down, though. He's trying to find a clear position where he can get a free blue focus, maybe even a double hit vertical. As the V1 comes out here from the wall, we're going to see this dodges back-to-back from Pace. Denies it, goes to disenchant, tries to go for neutral immediately, just gets clinked, baits out the lethal jab, and obviously right now, XXY gets caught into the vertical blue focus, and I think these guys are going to go for poke damage here. There it is. Downward spiral, oof, not going to be a case scenario. The scare rush is not confirmed as stagger. XXY, clean dodge as it can be, and I think Pace is actually going to be losing out a little bit of opportunity here. He's got F1, or XXY has F2. Burns it. Can get caught in the scare rush. Oh my god. He switched it up with the dual blades and gets a stagger off the scare rush from the hay bale, actually putting Pace out of the round because of that move. Very clean, very swift. He's looking for scare rush opportunities when the moment that you don't think is going to happen, he does it before you can actually react towards it, and he gets the kill off. Now, this is a CDY versus Mike fight. This is a Target versus Akos. It's like we're here in last season. But no parry coming out here. Mike actually gets himself into V1 state, or V2 state, I should say. He tries to lock down CDY with some of those claw strikes. There it is. Grapple bump into the RMB, and he will see the ultimate come out from the Tarka. He's got V2. He's going to get caught out here, though. This infinite, oh my goodness, don't tell me he's going to get it. And completely into the zone, too, so there's nothing giving Mike any sort of prevalent choices of surviving here. He actually, this is very important. So Mike drops these Jades because if he has any better Jades in his slots, he wants to make sure in prioritizing the minimum Jades that can be kept when he dies. If you have 4 slots, 2 Jades can be retained. It's just RNG. If you have 6 slots, you keep 3. So he just drops whatever Jades he doesn't want into keeping himself alive with, or when he goes to res, he can keep those Jades on hand. It's very interesting to note about that. On PC, you just go through your inventory and drop out. In terms of console, I think controller players could have a time of recognizing the time that they have to be able to do that. But the only opportunity they'll have to be able to do that is that they'll actually be able to get away with it, more easier on the keyboard and mouse. And they're gonna see about that. Frostbus actually gets hard eliminated from Mike there, and Mike finds CDY again. Yeah, Panda Man's going to be his opponent here, right? Nope, AS. All right, well, Kama Katana for Mike. He's got Pulse Sword and Dual Blades. If I'm looking at these Jades, it could be a sap. It could be a defense Jade, or like a defense Jade of sorts, hopefully. Really curious to seeing how it turns out. AS is actually going to rush in here Almost gets caught out here with any sort of chance. Mike is going to be looking to try, gets those blue focuses. Yeah. But the V1 is still ready for AS. Mike doesn't have ultimate. He has no insurance policy if he gets caught out here. So if AS takes full advantage of that, he could, but he misses the first one. He charges up, gets denied, and gets uppercutted blue focused. And as a result, Mike will go ahead and win this one out. He's going to pick up that gold weapon and purple armor. In the meantime, though, in the other Romu Yang, Arana gets parried as Spider goes through and tries to force any sort of action coming out from that ultimate. And there it is. He's going to force the Tesla ults. And he's going to get that shield patch rush combo for the F2 and successfully do so without an issue. Now, as Spider comes out, you get a gold staff. That's a huge, that's big. In solos, if he gets a gold staff, he can do so many extensions. He can do the staff swap just by just having the staff alone, and that's already a good scenario right there for him. Plus, remember, he's running Shael too, so not only is he going to get neutral priority by running the F2, he can just go ahead and get that for free. So, while that comes out of here, AS is going to be looking to make his moves around the corner. I am kind of curious to see whether or not AS is going to be looking for opponents. In the meantime, CDY fights Mike. Mike finds a chance of using ultimate and picking out his weapon to a great sword. Jabbing coming out from CDY. Oh my goodness. Can't get the V2. Oh no. He's not going to lose any sort of opportunity here. Now the ultimate comes from CDY. He knows he can go for AS or go for Mike here, and he's trying to go for it. The V1 is going to be a missed, and he finds his chance for that armor swap. But as long as he doesn't get shift punched and get caught in the burn coming out from CDY, he will not have a good time here. There it is, and CDY gets a kill. This is gonna be a Romu Yang loss, so or win. So he's not gonna have any sort of issues with the Vermilion Bird Spite. But CDY finds the pressure and finds the kill with that quick parry off of AS, and that's gonna be his 5th elimination. Tarka, Tarka kind of popping off here into this lobby. I mean, he hasn't been able to fight a Shael to our knowledge in terms of the full extent, or rather, not to the full scale, like having to fight 3 Shaels in the fight. So we don't have much data, but he's been fighting the Akos, he's winning. He's fighting the Tessa, he's winning. And, off of Verano's back right now, he's going to have an issue with these Shaels. Big time issue. Verano finds that midair ultimate kind of troublesome as it comes out, so he can't hit his target, but you're going to see the V2 to try the iframe the enchant, and it works out. It denies it. Obviously, V2 is going to have its greatest the capabilities of the V2 to iframe it is really huge. But the problem is what if your opponent keeps pushing you, Spider looks for his chance here. Gets that parry off of Arano, and then Arano looks towards the next lobby for the next round. While Spider's getting pressured out here from GG Shaw, these guys are going to reconvene in the next couple of seconds. He's going to heal up once. Spider gets to actually top of the cliffside if he decides to do so. CDY over into the Eventide option. Into the... I was actually going to call it the Stilltide Temple. That's for you OGs out there. He's going to go to the Eventide Temple and then see about the jabbing. Double jabbing? I mean, that's a... Okay, V2 comes out here, but I think CDY doesn't even need to use ultimate here. Okay, maybe I lied. But XXY couldn't get the scare rush, and I think he's dead here with those crash LMBs, and it's going to happen. CDY canceled ult, and he's going to have 76%. I just saw your boy get mad on the camera. But that's okay. Round 4, day 1. It's really frustrating for these, in the minds of the players, right? It's going to be a frustration game when things don't go out your way, like especially the scare rushes like that. It's a close position of, slipping by your fingertips of getting to the rooftop to get out there. And it's like, I could have done better there, type push, but that's why they always do the practice. They keep those scrims going through, and, they keep it going off at this end. Talking about scrims, NAEU, SAEA, and AS should have scrims coming up by mid-April, maybe, perhaps. I saw it in the schedule for the esports announcement that they did on the Twitter, so it should be around that time, and hopefully we can see that happening soon. CDY, though, this is not the first time that CDY and XXY have fought, that time in Eventide Temple. This was possibly one of the first few engagements that we've seen them going against each other, and CDY sees every opportunity here to deal the damage, but one ultimate, oh my goodness, unfortunate. The damage coming out from that ultimate casting from Tarka is just enough damage. It's like how we saw the Foxfire effect killed Wang Liang earlier. It's really unfortunate. But Spider gets caught out here. F2 Shayo is going to commit to it, and I think GG Shaw... Spider just lifted his headphones. His hands off the keyboard. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. GG Shaw gets it, man. That's an upset. He looked to his right. He's like, I wonder if he's mad, But at the same time, you commit to the neutral. You get it? And if you can do the process right, you get the kill. He has that soul bloom for the next Roman Yang if it comes down to it. So Gigi Shaw will work with that, and that's gonna be his third elimination too. So he's cooking. He's in third place, right? He's trying to keep that flow going. I mean, 5 players left, third place. Can he commit? Can he commit towards this round and upkeep the standing to be into the top 3? Maybe even passing CDY. But as we come to learn in this lobby, CDY, I mean, Panda Man has 5 kills already. Last we saw. So with the standings so far, Jux almost denies Mike from the. I mean, the 5th player to enter the Realm of Yang would have been something. But Mike is like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. And Jux is like, okay. I think there's a rule change. Yeah, and the emos, but we won't talk about that. Jux is going to be looking to try to bait this out. Oh, nice. He does bait out the F1. He actually uses it to back off from the Akos. And I think Mike... It's not anticipating all these blue focuses coming out here. He cancels that secondary blue focus with a grapple, but Jux was ready for it, and he has ultimate. So now that any attack that Mike does, even with the V2, the pounces, it ain't going to do much because it's not going to do anything. So Jux is going to take the time to V2 teleport. The flash step is happening while Jux goes through here. He's going to be locking this in. Nice R&Bs. He needs to force this block. Doesn't get the uppercut because Mike was jumping. He's frantic with it. We are going to see this downwards vertical coming out here. And I think Jux is going to look for the scare rush and a clean scare rush into an R&B blue focus with that fan. Fully focusing it out. Jux is clean with it. And, he's going to get that kill, get the buff. Might be getting White Tiger's prowess. Gigi Shaw actually lost his fight into Romy Yang. So he's going back to where Spider's body was. Maybe he remembered. He's like, it wasn't this rock. It was that rock over there. Sees it, confirms it, picks it up. He's back in the game. I kind of want to see the replay between him and CDY because you can see Panda Man has 7 eliminations into this lobby. And if I see this right, he does have White Tiger's prowess as well. So CDY distancing himself away from, any potentials. He's looking for people, first off. But, I mean, Gigi Shaw has that V1, or V2, I should say. He's playing Shayo. So he should have a chance here for reaching it out there. I think Mike, though, is going to take a full opportune chance of just, going to the zone as well and trying to deny a Soul Bloom from an opponent. Maybe he knows there's a Soul Bloom back there. But at the same time, they would have already reached that point. Or actually, no, he is coming back from the Soul Bloom. My bad. He's going back from the zone, from keeping a Soul Bloom on the side. So he had one safety netted. Gigi Shaw, though... Oh my goodness, the jabbing of Destiny, and the uppercut comes out here, or rather the ultimate comes out. CDY just needs a pistol shot. Yeah, that's all he needed to do. And I think right now that's kind of what he tends to do. Once he gets an R&B from the staff, he can get pistol shots off and just do some poke damage. And as a result, work his magic. Jux still going to the sky. Hopefully we can see Jux get himself up here. He is in the bottom of the leaderboard. So is Roy Shishi, and Roy Shishi is playing Justina too. So between these two guys, every single character besides Shayo have their own individual choice. So these players know there's only one of each. Mike, though, finds his chase against Roy Shishi. Roy Shishi has a V2 dash. He dashes out. He's got another dash. If he needs to use it to reinitiate or he's going to dissipate, it's now. There it is. The Prize Fall is not going to happen. He has Dreadful Whale and Prize Fall. So with that, Gold Focus comes out. Mike denies it, and that's going to be that knockback. CDY picks up any chance of trying to pick up that Soul Bloom. Does not happen, and Mike actually finds a chance of getting out of here. Cannon shots coming from the back line. V2 catches Jux in midair, and he has a gold longsword. So Mike's going to have to be careful with those longsword beams for those verticals and blue focuses from the horizontals. He gets inside the building, almost frame perfect. Just catching himself into, being able to glide with those pounces or with those claws. And I think Mike takes the time to heal here. He might have more than enough time to just to hide out, wait until things cool down and rush back into the fight. But this is going to be the top 4 lobby. The realm buffs are going to be running out here in just a moment. And Jux is trying to lock down CDY for some pressure. 48 in terms of healing berries to armor powder ratio, 10 grapples. He's looking pretty good so far. he has to really wonder if there's going to be a chance for him to fight a Tarka or a Shayo, because right now, Shaw is just, he just poked him out a little bit. Shaw's looking a little bit better in the grapple department, especially with 24 grapples. If he needs to buy time to space out or to close gap, he can do so. It's not going to be a problem of him getting out scot-free. But replay comes out here. Yeah, we're going to watch this again. It looks to be really good, though, to see this terrain advantage that Shaw took full advantage of. And that's why Spider took his hands off the keyboard. He's like, I see this terrain is going to work in his favor so well. And, gets a purple armor because of it. That was a full deletion, by the way. And see, this is where I was making a point to be mentioned last round, where we saw a nearby same instance of, like, the Infinite coming out and whether or not disengagement in solos should be first or maybe to trios. See how it turns out over there. But, that's a whole controversial topic. On another topic, Mike wants to look towards and trying to poke out some damage with Jux. And, of course, Jux looks to pistol shot. Yeah, he's back-to-back with it. He is looking to just pelt out Mike's HP bar. And Mike is going to take the time to heal, but look who's back. Back again. Mike is back, but CDY is looking to make a friend. And I think if Mike might want to... I don't know what happened right there, but that man just went down. And CDY is also down there. Maybe there's a little latency with the stream. I don't know. But CDY is going to be backing off here. That's the Morris. This. I don't think this is the last Moonbane. The Morris Blessing is spawning right in the middle of this, though. So whether or not Chichicha's going to pick it up as fast as he can or Jux is going to take the time to deny it, both of these guys are going to be quick with it. There is Jux. He's getting an opportunity. Nicely done. And actually binds the time to drop a gold weapon there. Mike and CDY are in the face of danger. You're going to love to see this. There's the uppercut, and there's the denial with the ultimate. And Mike is going to try to chase this out as fast as he can to try to get a V2 to lock his opponent. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. CDY gets caught in the Moonbane. Almost gets caught in the second one. This man has 8 eliminations. He is not having a good time here, and especially with an Akos like Mike, who's just chasing this out with the pole sword, and he can actually almost gets the shunt off of that end, and Jux is just shooting these cannons for those burns. I don't know if CDY is going to have enough time to actually get out of here because Jux is just pelting this chase. Another cannon shot. Doesn't hit it. Looking to still keep it going. The cannon doesn't hit. CDY is low. He's got F1, but even if he does F1, that burn is going to be killer. Nice chance, but blistering edge. Insult to injury. R&B comes out here. Mike finds his this F1. Yeah. He tried to use the F1 there, but he used it, got the parry, and now he lost a Soul Bloom. Now Mike is at a position of switching out to this fan. Hold checks it. R&B hold check again. If he's looking to scare rush out, he can do so right now with the terrain. And I think Mike looking to forward his actions against Jux. I think Jux is going to be looking to be very, very aggressive. I mean, come on. You see how look at this move. Look at these pro players moving like this, man. They are getting the chase straight through. Okay, Jux missed that one, but look, he switched to priority of healing, and he closed up even further. Now he has F2 priority. At least that's what Mike wanted him to believe. You used the chance to actually dash out there. Longsword beam coming out here from GG Shaw. He is back, baby. He's looking to try to force the pressure between Mike and Jux, and I think Mike actually has to be the first target to be chased out here. Shaw is flanking. He's looking to try to get past him in the building. Another common armor swap. He's looking to get into the higher ground position. Maybe he can find himself enough time to heal the vitality, but I don't think GG Shaw is going to allow that. He's going to go straight to the building and avoids the main entrance. He goes towards the side entrance where he thought Mike was going to be. Flanks him out again. No Starfall. Imagine that. But Mike actually gets himself out of here. He's going towards a Morris Blessing. Oh, man. That Scare Rush almost griefed him if he was getting chased. He's going to have that purple armor, though, swap. And with that purple armor, it is empty. So it is worse than that common armor he just had. And GG Shaw is going to be looking and taking that full chance and advantage. Another common armor swap for Mike. And the F2 gets negated with the F1. The final Morris Blessing, final Moonbane being dropped into the round as RNG goes. And while GG Shaw has ultimate, and range shots is what's going to cause pain. And I know GG. My man was mad. I saw that. And Mike actually finds a purple armor fresh. He's actually going to get caught in the Moonbane as well. This is going to be oh man, this new change in the Moonbane system in the Mortal War is actually kind of wild. And of course, Mike finds a chance to parry. He locks down Jux into a fan infinite. If anything, the R&B comes out in the jump R&B. The Mortal Defiance comes through. The ultimate's ready. Finds the clinks and gets the ultimate. And I think this is going to be a chance here for this uppercut grapple bump into an R&B. That's it. Mike wins. Oh, yeah. Very close call. All those moonbanes are hitting all the enemies. And that extra moonbane can, you know, this man's like, oh, man, you saw that? Yo, moonbane's crazy. And I think CDY is like, he's just contemplating. He's probably talking to his coach about it, right? Or he's just, decompressing. The Moonbane that captured him, it was kind of a grief moment. I think he's going to probably look towards and making sure that he's kind of repositioning himself better. Like, it's just like, okay, well, if there's a grief bane, right? Should I want to push that? Or rather, how do I want to approach an opponent that shows up the way they are? He is going to win MVP, though. He's going to have 8 kills that round. Pretty high placement as well. So he's cool. He's cool. Always cool under pressure, And we're going to take a look at the scores, see how it's going, and we'll be right back. All right. We're back with the scores. We have the full score list. So CDY has 11.9 from that game. Mike for round 4 is going to have 10 points that game. Jux is going to have 6.2 in third. GG Shaw with 5.4 in fourth. And it looks to be more balanced across the board between the top 6, where we're actually being able to see those point values stack up. Spider got himself in 5th place, Ray Shishi in 6th. With XXY, Ronald, Wang Liang, ASP, Paste, and Frostivist are actually going to be in the bottom of the 6. This is where it really comes down towards the standings and how you can catch up. I mean, GG Shaw 5.4 game. I think he still holds 3rd for the most part, as he should. JL's AS, though, is going to be in the bottom of the rung with BBE, Reishishi, JJH's XXY, TE's Jux, JT's Paste, ALL's Frostivus, who is going to be right below, under the Gatekeeper for 6th position. Now, as it comes out, Frostivus still has a chance to, even though he had a 0 point game after getting eliminated by Mike early on to the northeast of the Servants' Grounds. Wang Liang is going to be that Gatekeeper with a 13.8 points. Now, Arano's next with 14.2, Spiders with 14.8, GG Shaw with 21, and CDY with 29. But look at the 35.8. It's getting close. CDY is catching up those points, and the overall average is going to be a little bit more to the catch-up game against Mike. So hopefully Panda Man finds the opportunity of doing so, and we will see how it ends up into round number 5. It's going to be Nighttime Morris, so we'll be back for that one in just a second. All right, so for round 5, looking into Morris Isle Night, we will see everything is now splitting out. Arano actually rocking a Tumult pick here. Now, Tumult really had a counter against Akos's. With the round pick system, you can tell who's picking Akos and whatnot. I think that's the biggest part. But I think now Arano's like, okay, but what about against Shaiol's? Shaiol can get caught into a wisp if she's not in the block state, by the way. And not only that, if Arano fights a Shaiol with her V2, she can risk hypothetically getting iframe dodged and caught into a wisp if she's not careful, depending on the pressure that Arano would put on them, or rather Tumult in this case. However, I am going to see Mike here. He is rocking his Tarka. So after what CDY did, he's going to do so. GG Shaw chooses his Tessa for a 2nd round pick here, and AS is going to rock the Justina here too. So nighttime map, full send it. I mean, we can see these guys using rage dependent ultimates, such as with Tessa. That's why she's in here as the most picked character onto this pool. But I don't know. Shaiol's are now be arriving here for the first time for CDY, PST, for Pace, and Roishishi. And I'm honestly curious to see whether or not this Tumult is going to rock the world, because he got a 7-kill game. It's nothing to shy about. So for Arano, I'm hoping to see that. I'm hoping to look at that. And hopefully we can see the amount of value coming out here for the 5th round, because 6th round is where it's really going to make ends meet for your first day of scoring, and then your 2nd day of playing is where it's going to come out. Oh my goodness. All the players are kind of congested around each other here into the southeast. The biggest thing about the Fiery Stash, as well, or Sun Stash, Sun Cave, is that the Sun Cave is actually going to be where a lot of those Fireflies can be obtained, and I think that's where they're kind of working with, and even to the southeastern area. I don't know if I can do this, but this area right here, if I can pull the snipping tool, not that. This area right here, I can't like mark it. But that right there, that's going to be where fireflies can actually spawn in here. So depending on that ridge, if they want to go for those fireflies, that's where GG Shaw and Mike are going to be wanting to spawn before heading into the Sun Cave, because the Sun Cave's entrance has like 3 fireflies available for pickup. So be aggressive, pick up the fireflies, dip out. That's as simple as that. Game 5 starts here. Mike is going to be spawning here to the southern end of the Sun Cave. With everything coming out here, he's finding blue armor, blue dual blades, bro. In any game case scenario, you find that combination off the rip, you're going to be wanting to rush in here. Mike's going to see his chance of looking towards these Teslas, and it looks like both of them have picked the fireflies necessary to actually be at 100% capacity for Rage. Whereas Mike is, you know, positive in the beginning, but slow in the end. It's just his position of where he spawned. He couldn't really control that. But he did want to make sure he gets loot before he decides to run into a fight. However, he just dodges Wang Liang's ultimate like no problem whatsoever, and Wang Liang uses this tower to try to scare rush around and just keep his position safe. He hits the bell, if I'm not mistaken, and keeps himself hidden in case Mike or GG Shaw decide to hit that bell for themselves for vision. Now, Mike is going to be seeing himself to loot. Wang Liang's going to see some pistol fire coming in from Shaw. No ultimate cast from Shaw yet. Wang Liang just casted his secondary ultimate EF1 and negate the hits to stagger, and then you can see this aerial position that GG Shaw just takes. Now that position right there is going to deny Wang's pressure as the enchant comes off. Wang Liang is going to be looking to try to worry about whether or not Mike is going to come here to grief this kill. So he's going to be keeping eyes on him as well as just being quick with the blue focuses, but be mindful about it, right? Because you can't get parried and expect to not have any sort of repercussions, because once your F is down, maybe the opponent around can hear that. Should they notice that, they will find any opportunity of catching you into a lockdown situation for neutral. So, with that being said, Mike finds his chance here to just, go in circles, and this is the only fights that we've seen so far. Going into the Shadow Jade Mine, we're going to see CDY up against what seems to be a Rana with the F1. He's going to use his ability. He's going to get caught into the horizontal and then get scare rushed out. But that whisk throw does not stop CDY's F2, which is one big point about, maybe Tumult could work against Shayo. That F2, though, is so good for any sort of engagement and just being able to deal dished out damage. It's kind of like a better sense of scenario for F3 Viper, where, F3 Viper is just a one shotgun type base skill. F2 Shayo is everything combined into one. It could be used for neutral. Like, it's like a mixture between F2 and F3 for Viper for this case, but no weaken heal, no silence. Now, Shayo gonna see a chance here between GG Shaw and Wang Liang. If they go up against Shayo into this fight over by the Gamma or the Sigma mine that they're at right now, anyone from Shadow Jade will show up here in just a short moment. Wow. In the meantime, Frostbite against Paste. Now these guys are gonna be fighting over by the Fiery Stash. This is gonna be the southern end tip of Morris Isle. They picked up those fireflies there for sure. But considering that this stash is open, let's see what Frostbite's got up in here. He's gonna be caught out here with this grapple bump into the R&B blue focus with a longsword. The F2 comes up from Pace. He tries to look for a toothpick opportunity there, doesn't get it, looks for the seed, the ultimate, and uses the cast, gets iframe dodge. Pace keeps the pressure, jump LMB, catches those R&Bs, forces the V2 himself. He's going to use it to pop, and there's going to be a chance right there. Iframe, Frostbite is looking for a clink. It's going to happen, but this last Shayo ultimate ability cast, it's going to buy time for an F2 into a musket shot that Pace just takes full advantage of in clean succession. GG Shaw has himself to get enchanted here, and of course, if this enchant goes off, Wang Liang just grabbed the free kill, no problems, no questions asked. But look who shows up to the party. Mike is actually inside the Shadow Jade Mine. Wang Liang is not going to have an ultimate cast just yet. He's got F1 out now. He forces it out, gets the ultimate off. He uses his time to climb. Or rather, he's going to engage Mike. Mike finds a blue armor. Of course, he finds a blue armor. I think one thing that Mike has a lot in engaging side of himself is that he always looks for the armor swap, and he miraculously finds it. Now, Wang Liang, he didn't immediately scare rush. He tried to build up some more range so that way he can get himself a little bit higher height, so that way he's careful around the edge of the rock face. But he gets caught out here with this uppercut, or for this jump LMB from the spear, and with everything coming up from Wang Liang's damage as a longsword, any sort of pistol shot comes out, it's going to be worthwhile. But Wang Liang finds the turnaround, forces himself into getting that kill, and he's going to have the Soul Bloom for standby. So he's going to be getting himself into the Romy Yang, not use the Soul Bloom, and get a chance of coming back here if things don't turn out so well in there. CDY has 3 kills, by the way. And I mean, he's doing pretty good. I mean, Mike is still in first place, but Panda Man has himself in second place with 3 kills, still climbing up this rung of the ladder. And Spider gets 2 kill eliminations as well, so he's actually trying to climb up as well, and he reached top 4 position now with those 2 eliminations. You see how close 4th through 7th is, or 4th through 6th, that they're going to be careful about trying to make sure they can get as much safety net kills and placement as they can now. Now CDY, he gets himself away from Spider. Spider's wanting to hunt. He's looking for food. He's hungry. Trying to find a panda, Panda Man, but not gonna happen here. They're not gonna continue the chase. Of course, it does seem that as much as Spider kind of keeps his guys about it, he is playing Justina V1. It's very interesting to note. The reason I say that is because he's gonna be looking to try to commit into more neutrals than anything. Even though the V2 is an insurance policy against blue focuses and gold focuses, right? V1 into the grapple fan infinite is such a strong point that if he can get it where he doesn't need 2 dashes, where he doesn't need to really worry about losing out a neutral opportunity, that he can catch that horizontal attack, uppercut, and the fan infinite goes out. So that's all he's looking for. It's the biggest play here for him with that ultimate. Considering that if he is going to go up against characters that run off of gold focuses into skills or even into just being in activation mode, that they'll actually be caught out, like Shields with the V2 or F2, I should say. They'll get staggered out. Now, Pace is going to be running away. Frostibus is going to be right behind him. I think Frostibus is going to be looking for him, but it looks like an XXY coming out the zone. Frostibus can take advantage of this, but no, doesn't want to push. Too many people around. Don't take the fight. Even if you think you can take the fight, there's always gonna be a person waiting for you when you're half health. Always gonna be the case. You got to look for those opportunities of just being manageable about how much pressure you're gonna be wanting to put on, because you gotta wait. You gotta be careful. Mike actually gets in here. He's up against Wang Liang. It's funny because we get 3 Roman Yangs and I only see 2 monikers here. So maybe in the future they're gonna be doing a respectful emote. They're like, "Hey, how's it going? My name is I'm under the water." But Wang Liang actually finds his chance here. Looks for his he lost all his armor. And Mike, he's putting the pressure on. He has only 53%. Wang is itching for HP to be lost, to force Mike into position. Mike is already anticipating those ultimates. The F1 is out. It is gone. Foxfire is now force procced. Wang is catching, or attempting, I should say, to catch any single opportunity for the staggers. But Mike's ultimate, you can see take off his headphones, like, gotcha. No, he's just looking out for his homie. And of course, if everything comes out here, Tarka is, he's working. He's working so far from. He lost his first fight with Wang outside of the Shadow Jade in the northern end, but he won that Rao Miang, and that's more crucial because that's a straight armor upgrade, that's a straight weapon upgrade, and there's selection into a buff that allows for you to survive a fight. I mean, that's already too good to be true. Now, as it comes out of here, we're going to see Arano actually rushing down towards this region. Frostibus and AS are going to be rushing towards the Morse Blessing, and Frostibus is going to pick up a purple armor if it's still there, but I'm not sure. It looks like it's already looted. And AS and Frostibus are actually going to be going out here. I think Frostibus actually lost his Rumyang possibly, and he just picked up a Soul Bloom. I'll have to confirm that later on because he hasn't gotten a kill yet. Frostibus, though, looks for a lethal jab. RMB is connected. No armor for AS. AS is at 1,000 HP, but all it can take is one swift move here. AS is going to have V2 ultimate ready to go. He's going to the shop. Hold checks the heck out of the horizontal blue focus. You're going to see this ultimate be casted out here. We're going to wait for a cast from Frostibus. That's why AS is not initiating a dash, because if Frostibus activates his ultimate while he's dashing, it's going to be at a zero-sum game. And AS actually finds those double blues, double verticals, and wins it out for that kill. And of course, it puts him up into 8th place. Or he's been in 8th place, but now he has a single elimination. Yeah, Frostibus not having a fun time this first day. He did a great game for game 1s and game 2 for points. But these guys are like really putting the pressure, and as it comes out, it's just all about the holding, and I think that's one thing that Pace is actually notorious in terms of getting done here. Holding the blue focus is holding against your opponent. It's like you think 1, 2, 3, and it's like, nah, 4, and he's like, wait a second, and just like that, actually, XXY finds an elimination off of Arano immediately. No burial sense of the word. He just gone, and Mike is in the middle of all this with a time to disenchant out of nowhere. He was able to disenchant for free. Gets caught into another gets caught into a freeze too. I mean, it's not having catching a break. He's the only target here, so I mean, take this into consideration. The 1-2-3 gets released, and he's one hit away. He's got ultimate. These guys are rushing him down. They can get some range shots off. I think Mike is actually going to take the time here to get one vitality, one healing berry heal, and he's got to be careful. He had to use his ultimate because hello, he's going to have to use a combo breaker at any point when he gets caught out. But I think right now, Wang Liang is really catching this through. He's got a cast available. Mike is actually going to get caught out here. Wang Liang is going to... Oh, he's in the god tier position right now. Yeah. Big chance for Wang Liang. He was actually really good. If he didn't get interrupted for that scare rush, there was nothing that Mike could have done. Because if he jumped, he would have gotten caught in the scare rush in neutral, and he would have been dead. If he tried to go in an enchant, he would have been scare rushed regardless. If he tried to use a double shift punch and trying to iframe, he would have wasted his energy. There would have been nothing for him to be able to survive off of. So Wang Liang had a really lucky strat there where he wasn't getting interrupted by any of the other opponents nearby. But where he is, XXY is saying, nah, bro, I'm going to ult you midair so that way you can't disenchant. But once Wang is in the sky, gets the R&B off, XXY has gold dual halberds, mind you. Caught into that enchant. Buying time, Wang Liang will use this to heal back. I think I just saw a grapple from the top down. And it looks like CDY is going to rush this down. Armor swap of Destiny coming out for Wang Liang. So if he can get the time to pick up his old armor and re-heal it, it would be good. But GG Shaw finds him and finds the escaping Tessa and tries to lock it down. GG Shaw looking to pistol shot as well. GG Shaw kind of works his magic here for those pistol shots. He's building up rage to try to get to 100%. I mean, he's already near cap anyway, so it's really just timing is just the key to this. Just putting the pressure and forcing someone to keep their movement. He has no grapples, so Wang Liang he's definitely the target here. Oh my goodness, Spider showing up from the top down from the ceiling. You know, Charlotte's Web. That's kind of crazy. And I think Wang Liang is really careful with how he kind of wants to engage Spider on top of a tower. Of course, everything is in Spider's benefit when it comes to these type of fights. We've seen it in J-Cup. He's always hunting in the circle in terms of a tower. Anything with 4 corners, he's like, yeah, I'll win this. Nah, I'd win. Yeah. But Wang Liang gets time to heal an armor powder to full capacity. Mike is at 1 kill in first place, though. CDY has 4 kills now too, so he's climbing this up. He really is trying to make this 5th round make it work for the full rage cap. But in the next 15 minutes or so, whether or not these players are going to be just doing this ring around the rosy for the next 2 minutes, Romy Yang is spawning in the next 15 seconds. So they're going to really want to try to get to one room in terms of trying to lock themselves in. And just getting a buff. Did Spider just get an Aurora Burst out of the midair? Oh my goodness. Wang is dissipated. And off this end, Spider gets himself 4th place. He actually passes Wang Liang because of that kill that he just earned. Spider looks in towards his scare rush position. Obviously, right now, this is going to be a chance for the Romy Yang to get locked. Yep. Yep. That's what I'm saying. OEG Mike is going to see J-Tune's paste and going to 1-2-3 in one direction. He has Gold Fan on standby, though. So whether or not he's going to be using to lock that through. Paste is going to be in the back line. Scare Rush comes out here. F2 is initiated. Scare Rush comes out. Ooh, or grapple bump into the R&B. He's going to go for a Heaven Step here. This is the 3rd Heaven Step he said. Ooh, missed chance opportunity there. But Mike gets another neutral. Forces the explosive armor. Tai Chi Fan and Pace his hands. He can get a free uppercut off of that end if he gets it. V1 or V2 is activated. No, wait. Second R&B Fan's coming out here. V2 now going to be popped out for the flash step. No, he burns the 2nd block. He burns the 3rd block. That's it, Mike. That's what Mike was looking for, and that's all Mike might be able to get away with it. Wait a second. Reversal to the FF2 into the jump R&B. It's going to be what's killing Pace. Then the Mike kill comes out. Pace was so close. Mike is like, yo, oh, man, you know, like 1 shot of celebration. All right, locked in, you know. Got the gold dagger. Might be, it's a gold fan in a sec. I mean, he can have 2 gold fans. Yeah. Gets White Tiger's prowess. He's out there. He's got 4 healing berries, 4 healing berries, 4 armor powders, and he can buy some slots into the shop. And you know, of course, 2nd kill elimination there. It just makes the ceiling a little bit higher every single time. Spider though is going to be into the Jade Pond. He is going to be seeing GG Shaw in the distance, I think. At least he's just looting up into his position. J Team's Pace is going to look for Frostivus's he's going to look for Frostivus Soulbloom Essence. Who's that? Pace or not Pace? XXY. He's chasing him. He's actually chasing him. Wait, he's actually gonna hunt him. Okay, that's a really risky play into the zone. So he's hunting him in the zone. Parry comes out from Mike. Gigi Shaw, he doesn't go for the full commit to the parry because he thinks the F1's going to come out right afterwards. But Mike is going to be looking this in. He's going to be looking to scare rush. Hopefully soon. He's going to use as much time to build out spacing. Ugh, these guys are really fighting. Okay, fighting in the zone with the V2. There it is. V1 is dodged. Pace gets parried. But due to the shield blocks being available, he won't be able to do anything. XXY, I should say. Stanchion comes out. XXY gets caught out. These guys are dead. Not even a chance to get out of the zone. It's really who's going to get the first elimination. But they're both going to catch each other out for the eliminations. Just no. There's no ifs and buts. They both get eliminated because of the zone. They try to hunt each other down, and they got one kill each. It's a win-win. We call it a draw. Now, Spider catches this neutral against Shaw, who forces the F1. Wow, big movement coming out here for Spider against Shaw into the corner. He catches him through and keeps the rotation going. The dash gets almost caught into the denial, spacing it out, gets the R&B. The lethal jab, the one blue focus he needed the extra content towards, and he gets it. Spider, though, finds AS a little bit too troublesome. He has a dash, but he can't use it here. The ultimate's already concluded. AS finds the ultimate. This is a V2 Justina ultimate, by the way. AS is going to be hunting him through this position of the buildings and the structures, but Spider is quick with it. Wow, AS ultimate ended right at the point of that dash about to come through. For the point where he gets an R&B blue focus. Now, AS is actually at the advantage of HP. Spider scarishes to the sky. Nice movement. You can see this. Look at this line of the vertices that Spider is doing. By vertices, if you guys understand what I'm meaning, the points of which he is actually getting scarishes off. Even though, AS catches him down because CDY shows up out of the wazoo with his pole sword action. The armor swaps are coming out from AS. He said, "Ooh, I'm going to pick that one up, and I'm going to chase you down." Now, CDY knocks him out. Pistol shot in midair. CDY is eating up a lot of damage. He has ultimate. He cannot run into this ult. Oh my goodness. Yo, AS is clean with it. I don't know how he has 5 kills, but he got 5 kills, baby. He's going through. But the thing about AS is this. He's got 5 kill eliminations like that. That's huge. That's huge. In this round, I mean, you can have one pop-off game and you really catch yourself into the leaderboard, into the top 6 for the first day of scoring. Wow, Mike got really fast, quickly eliminated off that end into that replay. Jux is actually going to look for himself into looting pattern here. Just find the body that comes out to the most advantage. This bubble is going to be removing itself in a couple of seconds here. It's been here for long enough. I think Jux is going to look for the chance to use his ultimate against his opponent when the time comes. He's looking for the midair F2. He hits it. He forces the combo breaker. And actually going to be looking to try to hold check AS. AS has nothing to save his life. The R&B off of the rooftop he's detrimental to AS's health bar. And now the ultimate to cast it. There's the V2. AS can't do anything to kind of close it off. And then with it, we might see one chance of a freeze into an R&B. This is it. This is AS's huge potential with the Justina. He needs one pistol shot, and he gets it. Yeah. I'm matched too, Jux. I forgot that was the last players. Those are the last players fighting, bro. So Justina, I'm gonna repack. I'm gonna go back into that. So Justina's format is with V2. You need to do quick, concise damage with the pole sword while the ultimate's active. Now, for instance, Frostibus did this in the Worlds. How it works is you just dish out the pole sword blue focus and you get it. I mean, you can go for neutral. That's the biggest part. That's why V1 Justina's, utilize V2 that way to try to get neutral, fan infinite setups, etc. But especially against Shiols, you're not going to be able to get that full setup because she's going to have her blocks active. So in order to counteract that, what you're going to have to do is just use a quick 1.0 release type weapon with a high modifier towards it. It's a single hit. And of course, a single hit like that with the pole sword, right? Especially a gold pole sword, mind you. That in itself is going to be enough to at least close the HP bar to a minimum. And so with that, a pistol shot's going to be only that's necessary. Yeah, Jux is mad, but it is going to be an upsetty spaghetti moment because Justina mains love to do that as well. I do. I like to do that. But we're going to go into the scoring for round 5 and see how everyone stands afterwards with AS actually being the winner. So let's take a look. All right, so we're at the standings. We're not at the match point, so that's kind of interesting. We kind of skipped that, didn't we? For round 5, though, It looks like Roy Shishi got 0 points there. XXY got a 3.8 game there as well, the 3.4 towards TE's Juxt at the very end. These guys are still the bottom 3. Now for Frostivus, he actually dropped significantly just because AS and Paste were able to pick up a lot of points. AS got himself MVP that round. And look at the single round is enough to propel him from whatever position he was. I think he was in like the 11th or 12th. He got himself now up to 7th just because of that pop-off game. He was cool under pressure at the very end of the match. So we should see his opportunity of, succeeding that. And hopefully, getting out of the gatekeeper spot, maybe passing the gatekeeper, perhaps. It's still anyone's game, right? Anyone can drop from below here to jumping up with like an 11 point, even to a Decagon game of just getting as many points as possible. And if you get 10 kills first place, that's a 17-point game. That right there is money. If you get a 10-point game or a 10-kill game first place, you will be able to get away with it. Now, Arano is going to be the only other person here with the scoring of a champion as a gatekeeper with 15.2. Wang Liang is going to be at 17.6 in 5th. We're going to have a 21.5 game for Spider, or rather overall, with 23.2 for GG Shaw. He is getting climbed upon, but we do see CDY Wolves. We do see Panda Man. He is climbing up to 2nd place, and he's closing the gap between him and Mike. So with that being said, round 6 is going to be happening here in just a moment. We're going to see what the case is for this final round and, kind of propel the standings for day 1. And we are here. Final round, round 6. Now this round is going to be Dusk Morris Isle. As I said, they're going to repeat the way that map rotation is. Dusk Morris Isle coming out here is going to bring out the Akoses. You can see Roy Shishi, Spider, and CDY actually pulling it up. A lot more Justinas, though. The ratio for Justinas is 4 right now, so it's a third of the lobby. We do see GG Shaw running in for the first time, Wang Liang, and actually Frostivus, first time Justina run into this lobby. So that would be good. That's really good. And Jux is actually going to bring it up for the first time as well. So with that being said, Shayol is actually going to be another half of this lobby. She should have a good chance of being able, or a third of this lobby, I should say. She should have a good chance of just shining out here as well. I'm just going to state it. It's not necessarily the ultimate. It's the F2. I'm going to state that to be the biggest poignance of the skill. It's not the ultimate. The ultimate is like, it's like the icing. But the filling, right? The flavor, the vanilla, that's all the aspects of F2. Honestly, in my opinion. We will see how it kind of stacks up against in the trio sphere, because that's where we're really going to see whether or not Shio fits in there. Because, I'm not saying that all heroes are deserving to be in going to trios, because some heroes, some heroes work better in solos than anything. But we'll have to see how Shios kind of work out there tomorrow. Hopefully we can see it. And for the day 1 for trios. Now, starting this off into Sunvale Dwelling, Orano actually finds armor but no weapon. Mike has his choice to be Shio here. So he's going to be rocking this pick. Arano actually going to be getting his weapon now, but the nunchucks, he's looking to keep on looting, finds a spear, switch with, and he's going to have it as a primary weapon. Now, Mike, he didn't hit the bell, right? Arano hit the bell. He doesn't know where his opponent is. He can understand where it is by looking at the loot pattern, but he's not going to be able to close scout to it. In the meantime, over the Zest Winery, though, we're going to see Spider up against Frostivus. This is going to be the final round, guys. So, make sure you guys know that. It's going to be final rounds, round 6. Spider's actually going to look for his chance here. The slide uppercut comes out. We're going to see another slide uppercut. And Spider is he's mad. I can see that. He's like, ugh, not again. But Spider gets out of here. Roy Shishi finds a purple armor and a blue staff. This man's cooking. He got the loadout of the century right now. And look at that jump F. Confirms the stagger against Frostivus, who does decide to rush right back into it. Frostivus has V2. But nothing's going to give Frostivus enough time to survive this, and it gets pounced on. Where Shishi picks up his first elimination, finds the Soul Bloom, and immediately dips out. He does not want to take any more time. He finds Paste. Paste gets caught in the V2 with the pounce, And of course, it's one of the few times that you're going to see this coming through here. Another V2 to be casted, but Paste actually loses the F2 priority because of those pounces back to back. Nice armor swap from Pace. Really quick onto that point. Hold checks the R&B for the blue focus, and I think Pace is actually going to be using his F2 here to knock it back, but the longsword beam from the back from AS comes out. The Solum pickup from by Roy Shishi is huge here. AS really trying to get himself out of the spot with an F1, but I think this ultimate coming back from Roy Shishi in just a couple of seconds, this is where it comes out to be very dangerous. If Roy Shishi wants to use his ultimate here to deny this pressure here, It's going to be at the cost of his life if he's not careful with it. There's a V2. He catches AS. Put in the work in, guys. He's looking to try to lock this through, but I think I see XXY showing up here, and he is a full reset, character on the field now. He steals the kill. XXY steals the kill. Roishi rushing back to the Solum. You can see him. He had a little delay of hop there, and that's really scary in the moment of heat. There's the LMB to the RB. Crouch LMBs coming out here. He doesn't have any Vort V2s, and there's XXY's ultimate. Rishishi has F1 back again. Nice chance for him to dash out here. I think Rishishi is looking to try to get an F1 position where it isn't like necessary, where he can actually use it to block off multiple opponents. XXY is going to lose this chase. WBG Spider rushes back in here. He has not died yet, or rather hasn't died at all. But the F2 coming off of XXY forces the ultimate for Spider, and Spider burns all 3 blocks. Here's the V2. This is going to be an extension. He gets a full heal back because of that extra target into the vicinity. An F2 roar coming out from CDY off the corner, and the lethal jab gets denied with everything coming out for those clinks from the pause. But I think the one last V2 Spider's got. The stancha comes out. No, the vertical comes out. Roishishi looks for it. The V2 does not confirm the hit. He is one hit. Spider's looking for a musket shot to not hit him right now, because you can see all these bow shots coming out from CDY into the building. Finds a blue armor, but one hit is all these enemies are looking for. The Justina dash avoids it. Spider, oh my gosh. This man is you saw how fast he's making sure he's allocating his movement for this tech. He's just keeping himself moving on this end. All the vertices, man. And the bow shots are, the luck factor coming through from avoiding those ones too. But Rishishi picks up the Solum, has ultimate again due to the pressure he's putting on. There's a bounding scroll there, so for anyone who's like hunting someone down, or after things are kind of like cooling down into a fight, they can pick that up. Oh, nice skill rush coming off of this end. Roishishi actually forced to ult. This is a good spot for Spider. Literally all he has to do, run away. That's all for an ultimate that's not rage based, he just forced a consumption of an ultimate. That's all he really needs, right? Because now he can kind of think, okay, maybe if other people saw that, they'll rush him down. Maybe the other people saw that, I can go in for a third party. I don't have to really be in an initiative on this end. And he's going to already be a threat mode anyway, so I don't want to be that bad position, takeaway. V2 gets avoided. CDY finds his chance of trying to get through the wall. He gets it. He's going to look for his no more ultimate status, but he does have F2. There's nothing to give him enough time to get out of here. The F2 roar is going to be used, but he has nothing to give himself any sort of mitigation at this point. Double cannon shot. Arano actually picks up the kill with a bow shot somewhere in the middle of all that. 2 kills for Arano. And, he's climbing up. He's in 6th place. He's gatekeeper right now. AS actually is fully limbed into this round so far, but he does have the next day to work on if it's looking to day 2 or day 3. Spider finds Arano. Arano switches it up. He has to really think about when this Akazo is going to happen, but he just forced his own ult first. He is being the pressure position now. Gets his second block to be consumed. Spider gets his F ability to be invulnerable, and the third block is now in available status. I think Spider has to be very careful about how it goes through. He catches Arano midair with that V2. He forces Arano to really use his abilities, and with it, Spider is just going into pound stance of avoiding this. The V2 comes out again. Spider's scare rushing this out, and he's looking to chase this down. And Spider kind of works his magic here. There's the meter dump. Gets denied with the clink. R&B's come out. F1 comes through. No midair shot. He does not have a ranged weapon. He's kind of like by muscle memory alone if he has a ranged weapon in the secondary slot. But Spider gets caught out here with those uppercuts. And even the F1 mitigation comes out. R&B comes through. There's the F2. Hits both targets. Arano gets a kill off of Spider. But the Solum, I think, gets picked up by his opponent. Yeah, and it is. Jux is actually building up rage as fast as he can. He's got a pole sword. He's got himself V2. Just waiting for the opportunity. Arano might be looking for the chase here. But we're out to see. Romy Yang should be spotting here in just a moment. Spider actually going to be outside of the zone. He's still alive. Or he's still in here. Now, as it comes out of here, Romy Yang is going to have Wang Liang, GG Shaw, OUG Mike, XXY nearby. Ray Shishi and Frostivus in the northwest, north of the Noble Cave. It really is anyone's realm. I mean, at this point, if those guys miss it out in Sunvale Dwelling or, Servant's Grounds. No, Sunvale Dwelling. If they miss it out, this could be, a little bit of an issue. Well, Frostivus and Mike makes it, so they're going to be good to go. But I'm pretty sure that Mike's right now, dual blade fan, longsword, the best longsword skin. if customized right. He's going to be using it to get to the sky. Frostbus gets a bow shot. These guys are going to be in synergy mode with those range shots. Oh, look at that. Switching them back and forth, keeping the stagger. Come on, see about it going. And there it is. Going to be going for the 1-2s. And then with the V2 to be activated there. No, goes for the F2. The V2 or the F2 from Frostbus comes out. Frostbus comes out for the RMBs. He's at relentless mode. He's got ultimate ready to go. Gets parry, loses the nunchucks, and then the grapple bump into the uppercut, into the LMB, into the jump LMB, into the RMB, maybe looking for the ultimate cast. There it is. V2 comes out, and with the Abyssal Aura, it is not going to do anything for Frostbus' health bar to be at an advantage. And the V2 teleport goes straight through that dash. Mike picks it up. He's going to go ahead, look for the purple armor, gold weapon, gold pole sword, his favorite. And he also finds a Jade that he can, succumb into using. Now, Spider, he lost his Romiang. I'm not sure who his opponent was. It could be T East Jux or XXY. We'll see. But Frostbus is over to the northwest. If he does have a Soul Bloom, that would be the reason why he's going into the zone for that one kill that he obtained. Going off of this end, it's going to be near the Islet Crater, or like to the east, towards the meadow. And yeah, he's going to have it. But the interesting part is this: Wang Liang and Spider's fight are not too far away from Frostbus. So he shows up here. He could have an advantage if the timing is right. Now, Spider has Wang Liang dead to rights. He's just chasing him down. Catch. Oh my goodness. There's the 1.0 swing. The one I'm talking about with the pole sword and Justina's. Yeah, it works out, right? Look, Spider's HP is down, but he got that V2. Oh, dodges it. Nicely done by Spider. I think Wang Liang's going to have to look towards using the Shadow Step to get himself positioned away. Yeah, you can see it. And Spider can take their time to reset. Of course, if Wang Liang is careful enough with this moveset, we could have some little bit of action. There's a clink. Uppercut confirms. Obviously, right now, the LMB is going to come out here. Roy Shishi is actually going to show up. Here's the third party. Rano actually picks up a kill for Pace in the kill feed. As you can see, Pace is done for today so far. Spider's going to be keeping this chase going through. Wang Liang is going to see an explosive armor being procced out for himself. Oh, not going to be good. Everybody's going towards him into the zone. This is dangerous. Spider's going to actually look for his chance here of trying to pick up this elimination, to try to pick up the Soul Bloom. More importantly, he catches Mike off. He's like it's like a Mario Kart race. He's looking to try to chase this out. There's the F2. Spider looks for the Scare Rush, catches it, sees that burn. Possibly did it hit Wang? I don't know, but I'm gonna chase him even more so. Now I'm gonna chase even harder. And now Spider has one grapple, and he gets counter grappled as a result. Ain't that something? Spider ain't got nothing left in his pocket to try to chase this out. He's got nothing. Yeah, taking a measure of the resources, didn't keep track of it. I think that's why he's like, I messed up. In the full position of all these opponents, keeping track of your resources, especially chasing targets, is very important. If you have 7 grapples, don't try to go for it. There's going to be more chances and opportunities later down the round for you to be able to do so. He was reaching into the Romiang depletion, as it comes out of that. But even then, catching an opponent into that position of chasing out, it's tough. Like Mike right now. Mike has Romiang depletion, or not Romiang, he has Vermilion Bird's Mine, so he's going to go. But XXY, weak in heal state, he's going to die to his own. Oh, no, wait, Mike, what are you doing? What are you doing, dog? All right, I mean, you can get the kill. This is huge. The reason I say that is because Mike is at maximum weakness escalation right now. So he gets this kill, he won't get this heal. He's gonna have to really push his moment of getting to the zone as fast as possible, because if someone's waiting for him on the other side, it's not gonna be a pretty sight. Frostbus though looks for Jux. Jux is gonna look for his chance here for the bow shot. He hits it. Frostbus gets himself caught out here. No parry opportunity there. Unfortunate parry from Juxto against Reishishi. Soul Bloom pick up immediately. And then with it, the Clink comes out to a stone form. Oh, gets baited out with a shunt and gets parried as a result. Switches out that pole sword. It looks like Reishishi is going to be looking for a way to deny that, but not going to happen. He doesn't even have ultimate. Actually, I think Jux knows that this is going to be a time. There it is. I love V2. And that's going to be a chance for Jux to actually catch 2 eliminations really quickly in consecutive order. And for himself right now with that V2, he's going to have to build that rage from that Soul Bloom, unless he's going to save it for, he's going to save it for the Romiang. But right now, Mike is combining stuff in the shop. He got safely out. 5 players still alive. I think XXY just spawned back in. We'll see. Let's take a look at the Romiang fight, because he fought against Paste in the Romiang. What's Pace doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, he got the F2. The only problem is the terrain. The F2 comes out from pace. He denies it to scare rush, and then with everything, the clink comes out from the uppercut from these guys. The V2 is active. XXY looks for it. Nice clink coming into the carousel, into the grapple bump, into longsword RMB, blue focus, jump LMB. It's close. One bow shot's all he needs, but V2 is gonna force the first one. The second one gets denied, and then there's gonna be a hold check there. The third one is now activated, and he catches him when he's not in a staggerable state. Unfortunate, but it worked out in his favor. XXY, three eliminations into this lobby. So, climbing up the leaderboard. Third, 5 players left though total. So whether or not he wants to try to keep his placement in a cool state, Wang Liang and Mike are actually going to be at the Roma Yang. So is Arano. So is Jux. So one person is unlucky when it comes to entering the realm. Mike hits it. He's up against XXY, who does have a gold fan on standby, by the way. Mike does have his pole sword though, his trusty steed. So while it comes to this guy, range shot. Nice swap. Keeps it going through. It's a very technical action for you to keep that movement tech going through in the midair, but it avoids you from being able to be stopped into the ground, and that's when the real fight starts. Scare Rush comes out here. R&B comes through, and there it is. Carousel completed. 1, 2, 3. Oh, imagine the F2. That would have been good. But XXY forces himself his first block. I think right now, Mike is going to be looking for his chance here of using his ultimate if he gets allowed to do so. Oh, that's a fan, bro. Gets denied though for that infinite, and I think XXY is going to be in a troublesome spot here. Sees the first denial, gets himself the secondary block, and that's going to be his last one to be burned out here. And there's going to be a Mike here forcing it through. Oh, F2 to come out, and that's going to be it. Mike is quick with it. The adaptability right now to try to avoid his opponent's attacks like that is kind of tough. Gold Hong sword though. He's going to pick up White Tigers. Yeah. White Tiger's prowess. Of course. I wouldn't count against it. I would say it's pretty good. And he goes for the armor. So, when it comes out here. Hopefully, hopefully there's a soul message for XXY somewhere out in the world. But it looks like Mike is wanting to chase this out. R&B fan comes out here. The F2 is enabled. V2 comes through. Oh, dodges the blue focus from the vertical from the Hong sword. Of course, the V2 to deny the chase. He actually iframes that V2 pursuit flash. And of course, XXY looking to chase it out. Goes into the building. Scare rushes, charges it up. Wants to bait this through. There's no more ultimate for Mike here, though. XXY is going to locate him and keep the close position here. XXY still has ultimate, though. A nice uppercut. R&B comes out to extend it. The F2 is still available for Mike, though, if he needs to try to CC immune his way out of victory. But the F2 confirms with the shield combo rush. And now Mike finds a common armor. It has per usual. He finds armors always back to forth. He sees a blue armor as well. So whether or not he wants to try to risk it into going towards a pillar, there's the F2 slide uppercut combo. R&B, the windowsill. He's going to connect it, though, not for the second blue focus, but he's going to hit the first one. XXY finds that common armor that Mike just dropped, and there is no chance here to try to connect it. There's the F2. He gets it. It looks like XXY is going to jump R&B. No confirmation kill just yet. Pole sword scare rush comes out, and there's going to be a common armor swap off the ground and a blue armor for Mike to actually pick up on fresh status. So, we're going to have to see how this fight kind of ends up on this end. Mike's going to be careful, though, because he has his purple armor still in that building. If he wants to go back for it, he could. It's just really up to the opponent that he's going to be fighting out here. But the common armor right now that XXY have is at a deficit for his health bar. You got to be careful with those blue focuses on this hilltop, because even if you do get a parry, it may not even work to your favor. So it's like, okay, am I going to get buttery rocked? Am I going to slip down? What's going to happen here? The 1-2s come out. XXY actually files his chance here. Files his chance to try to live for much longer. And there's the ultimate catch from Mike. And that's a kill confirmation right there. Wang Liang is going to be sliding down this hill. That's funny. Now Mike is looting up this body. There's no purple armor on it, right? Wang Ling is going to delay his attack on this end. The F2 comes out. He gets hit by the initial one, but not the successful combo rush. I think Wang is going to be waiting this fight out for as long as he can. And if Wang can, he should be able to get himself into, the new Morris Blessing should be spawning here in just a moment. So Mike should be looking to try to get back to that purple armor as he should. But Wang saying, nah, I'm just gonna loot this body, see what's up. I'm not sure if he's gonna be looking to try to buy stuff, but there is no shop in nearby vicinity. None. So it's all up to how well they're gonna be placing this out. Arano is actually still in this game. You know, I forgot to look at the leaderboard and look at Arano. Arano has 6 eliminations. Arano is cooking with that amount of eliminations. I mean, we saw that 7 kill game early on. Like he's making it happen, but his opponents right now are Mike and Wang Liang is dipping out, so I'm not sure if he's going to be trying to propose you know, a moment of peace, so to speak, because Mike is just poking it out. He's burning his resources. He doesn't have anything like Tuna. If he had Tuna, right, he would be able to keep the heals up off the end, and if he uses Tuna like that, then that's just going to keep himself, like, you know, he can be aggressive for free. Like, he's getting healed back anyway, so that's why the best benefit of Tuna is just having it. If you see it in solos, you know, you might want to take advantage of keeping that on hand, on standby. So while that comes out here, Mike's going to see Wang Liang here over by the Lake Yellowleaf. Of course, Arana showing up here from the south side. I think he's just waiting to see where this ends up to go. And as Mike comes out, he's careful with it. Scare Rush comes out, blue armor swap, as can be. He's looking for the Scare Rush with the blue focus hit. He's going to hit Wang Liang, and that's going to be like over 550 damage. Yeah, Wang is not going to have a good time here if he gets taste on and not having enough time to heal. That's a Moonbane, man. That's unfortunate. And that's not even the last Moonbane in the game. We still have one more Moonbane after this one. And Wang Liang's going to take the time to heal here. He almost gets pressured out by Rana, but this Moonbane is too difficult to be in. It reminds me of what happened to CDY. You know what happened to CDY. You know, Panaman got caught into Moonbane in round 4. It was not a really fun sight. But Arano finds himself into that pistol shot position. Wang Liang is doing the same thing. Got to get himself out of this hellhole, because he only has 3 grapples, and if he doesn't have enough time to grapple, then he's not going to have enough time to live. And if everything comes out here, you can see this pole sword action going into work here. The amount of damage coming out from these horizontals are huge. That's a blistering edge. He's going to force the burn, and he's going to bait out. Oh, man, he's going to bait out Wang Liang for it, and he's going to release the stone for him. It's like, you know, you think they're going to be quick with their neutrals. You think they're going to shift out into an LMB. It doesn't happen. He's going to release it. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot. But Mike gets up into the building. Almost gets hit by the Moonbane. Has 27 grapples, so he's good to go. He's got gold armor too. So as a Shayo, right? That's immense. Arana though goes to the zone and then packs it through here. Both of these guys have 7 eliminations. Mike has 50.3 points, and he is in first place so far. But Arano is trying to climb up this leaderboard. Whether they're trying to get the second, or he's just trying to get himself placed up high anyhow. And as Mike kind of comes out here, let's take a look in the scene, right? I mean, that jade is the poison jade for the, that's the Arachnid jade, yeah. So that's going to cause poison ticks. We haven't seen this past like rounds 1, 2, and 3 in Holoroth. But it made its return. And this jade itself is really like ouchie ouch in a souls aspect, because you take damage from this jade, like you're just taking straight health damage. Like, you fight on ground unit form, you clink, you hit him with a neutral. Guess who's taking X amount of damage? Like, poison damage is straight to the health bar. It's not like a direct side of oh, armor first. No, it's like a burn without the burn to destroy your healing effects by 50%. It's just straight damage to your health bar. So whether or not we're gonna see Mike take full advantage of this jade and have it work in his hand, we'll have to see what he's gonna be cooking up here. He picks up a Valiant Challenger because he's like, I'm done with this. We're fighting this to the keeps. Where are you, Arano? Fight me. Of course, Mike is gonna find him, and this is gonna be it. Oh, I never seen this. This point of view is so good. It's like I'm playing a split screen on PS2. All right, we're done. But we are gonna see Mike actually look for his attack. Gyno Grapple comes out here. Scarage comes out, LMB, uppercut, grapple bump. Ugh, doesn't hit it, but we're going to see this F2 coming out here. Oof, knock into the zone. This is going to be huge. It's going to be a big damage loss towards, big health loss towards Arano, who could be denied here. As long as Mike can confirm the R&B, he does not. Unfortunate, but he does not lay it to rest. He is going to keep the pressure on. This is the last Moonbane into the game, and now Mike is on the reciprocating end of being launched into the zone, and he's losing his armor, or his health bar. Arano is looking at the poison damage, man. It's just eating at his HP bar. And Arano finds the blue armor really fast because he knows that Mike is going to be coming up that hill really quickly. The Blistering Edge comes out. He's going to be looking to try to scare rush off of this end. If he can, he can be quick with it or use it on the defensive angle. And if Arano looks towards using the F2 here now, he can get an uppercut with the F2 with the pole sword instead. R&B's coming out here. Scare Rush comes out. Oof, opposite direction. F2 going to be coming out to a big play marker. And there's going to be a grapple bump. And there's going to be an R&B. And into the zone, Arano goes. And then there's the F2. There's the V1. There's the dashes. Blistering Edge is held. Arano finds a purple armor. He's still losing HP because of the poison ticks. And then these guys are using their ultimates to one each other's availability to burn it out. There's the last one for Arano. Now Arano's going to have to worry about whether that Mike is going to use it now or never. And there's the third block for Mike. Mike's looking to uppercut, looking to try to get a blue focus if he can. But that's going to be a shield bash rush combo that's going to be enabled. And to the other end, Arano actually activates himself. He's at poison tick damage. He is at 1 HP. And Mike is using that pistol to try to hit him. He can't see him. There's so much shrubbery around him. And Arano looks to heal this up manually with the Vitality heal, the healing berries. He gets locked into the opposite direction. He could have been really upset if he got caught out there for a kill, but in return to sender, finds himself to heal, finds a full purple armor to reset. That's 1,000 HP for him to get an immediate sense of it. It's like him finding a soul bloom without the rage. Now there's LMB. There's the R&B. Doesn't go for it. Hold checks the heck out of this Blistering Edge. Launches Mike in the opposite direction. Arano going to be looking for a scare rush here. Tries to deny the entry into the zone. Of course, baiting it out here. He's going to be using his blue focuses to dash out here with the pole sword. Another Blistering Edge goes towards his target. And of course, Mike is looking to scare rush into the sky. Now, as the Valiant Challenger buff, Mike does have vision on his opponent at all times once that ping comes out every 15 seconds. However, Mike is going to have to really worry about his advanced heal in case he does need to use it in a quick action mode of activating it. The F2 to deny it. Both of these guys are playing for chicken, for keeps, for the victory royale. And of course, if Mike really wants to be careful with this end, he is going to have to worry about whether or not Arano is going to be looking to time to heal. And so he's going to take the time to do it himself. And with everything coming out here, Blistering Edge is going to be the iframe dodge. And obviously, with everything coming out here, we're going to see this R&B to the R&B. He's going to be keeping himself to worry about whether or not the F2 comes out, and it is, but he's going to burn it himself. And with Mike canceling it out early, he is going to have enough time for his ultimate to really just, just build it out. The Blistering Edge, though, there is huge. The bow shot almost connected. And Mike is going to have to worry about the heal and seeing about the Blistering Edge burn, if it's going to affect it. Not going to happen. Tuna. I'm getting flashbacks. JDG Shisheng and Wang Yang. Arano's going to be looking to try to worry about whether or not there's going to be a chance here. And of course, the F2 comes out and locks him to the zone and gets a bow shot. Very nicely done. Looks to charge up again. And of course, Mike goes to the building. He's looking to try to close into the side of it. He's going to have enough time. He has ultimate as well. Should he be using it preemptively here? I'm not sure because it looks like he's going to be using his F2 instead. Scare Rush is coming out. Arano really looks to try to pressure it. Every millisecond that Mike does an ultimate here, any stagger that comes out from Arano is going to be at his benefit. There it is. The Scare Rush might be coming to the kill confirm, and it's there. Arano wins out the fight. Clean cut. Very clean cut. I mean, every time he uses a Blistering Edge, I'm like, man, is he going to hit or he's going to hold check it? He's going to stone form it? Like, what's his play here? He wins this round, though, as MVP. Very chill. 8 kill eliminations. First place. I mean, congratulations to him. We're going to go to the scores, though. I want to see what the score is looking for the standings. We'll go right back into it. Now the scores are here. Spider is going to be in last place so far, tied with Shaw with a 0.5 for the placement lead. AS, CDY, Pace, they're all going to have 1 point each. Wang Liang is at 1.5 in 7th. Frostfist at 1.6 in 6th. BBE Reishishi with a 4.6, tied with TE's Jux between 5th into the 4th. Now, XXY has 5.4 in 3rd place, but then the jump happens. Mike has 7 eliminations, and he's going to get himself 11.8 with the ranking points and kill point multiplier involved. And then Arano have, I think, the highest point game into this into the games today, 14.2 in 1st place, and that's gonna be it for, I should say, for today's standings for this round scoring. I should say this is the last round. This is game 6, so these guys are gonna have another chance. Day 2 for each one. We're gonna have trios tomorrow, or rather I should say the 29th. That's gonna happen of March 2024. That's gonna happen, and that's gonna be where things get like ballistic. Because if we see comps that are standard into the round of rotation picks, or if we see comps that are not standard, it's really interesting to note of whether or not they're going to be, including Shiol, off-meta picks, characters, and filler picks. Because you got to remember the system that comes out of it is this. Like, if these picks come out where they're filler picks, then we're going to see new comps, we're going to see new choices, or just see how well these teams are going to execute for comps in a potential 8-round tourney, which is for finals and grand finals for each season of spring and summer. Top 12 in the board right here, Roy Shishi in bottom with 11. We have Frostbus in 11th with 13.9, Pace with 13.9 as well in 10th, 15.7 for TE's Jux, XY with a 15.8 and 15.9 for AS. All of these guys are in increments of 0.1 for 7th through 9th. Now, in terms of the gatekeeper, to take a look in the scene, who is it going to be? In the amount of points, AS is right below, so he's going to have to really farm it out for the next points. Roy Shishi is going to have to really push it through as well. Now, Wayne Liang is the gatekeeper, 19.1. That's a 4-point difference, nearly. Spider's going to be in 5th, though, with 22. 23.7 for Shaw in 4th place. Arano, they're going to be the bronze so far in the stand-ins with 29.4. CDY, Panda Man, 36.7. And Mike, keeps his position at being the top of the leaderboard, and he's going to continuously do so with 50.3 into this final round. So, yeah. That's it, guys. This is for day 1 solos for bi-weekly 1. As you can see, the top in the title of the video. This is going to be for rounds 4 through 6. We're going to conclude this on. I'll see if I can come back through here for tomorrow for the trios and have it uploaded at the same rate. And if anything, just let me know if you see any updates. Like, hey, any suggestions, leave in the comments. If you have any sort of idea of like, hey, you know what, this is pretty cool. Let's do this, and that. Shoot me a message on Discord. I am within the YKZ community, so you guys can, pretty much message me from there or from the Discord. From my tech, which is exactly spelled from the channel, just lowercase. But thank you guys for being here, and if anything, I'll see you guys on the flip side. See you.